fucking now. Okay, so we are going to talk about right here the absolute state of Mortal Kombat, particularly Mortal Kombat 1. Now, to give you guys some backstory, as I'm sure a lot of you know, I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, lifelong Mortal Kombat fan. I once called it my favorite franchise. It's absolutely my favorite video game, fighting game franchise. Big diehard fan. But I feel like the series peaked with Mortal Kombat 9, and like with a lot of franchises that we know and love, it has fallen on hard times. Hard times, daddy. And man, oh man, I just was in such a bad mood the past couple days that I decided to pick some fights about it, because there's some Mortal Kombat news, and usually I just stay silent and I go, okay, bookmark, I'll save it for the podcast. But I was like, I'm going to get into the dirt. So we're going to talk about the latest news with Mortal Kombat. We're going to talk about the new character, Cyrax. And we're also going to talk about the really strange backlash I get just for giving my opinion, which I'm no stranger to, but I find it quite funny and interesting. So let's do it. Let's talk about it right now. Well, one thing that's not really being discussed, and I will be honest, I can't even find evidence if this is real or not. I asked, and I'm like, is this fucking real? Because if so, this is insane. Didn't get a response, but people are claiming that it's real in the comments. There is now the new bundle. So the Chaos Reigns expansion is coming out for Mortal Kombat 1. Features a new story. It features 6 new characters and a massive update that includes Animality's return. And as usual with Warner Brothers games, we've seen this in Injustice as well, they are doing really greasy tactics to try to make you buy the game in a game you've already bought. So apparently, I cannot fucking believe this, but in Mortal Kombat 1, I don't know if they've patched this or what, but at some point, the prompt to get you to buy Chaos Reigns, the expansion, to the full price game you already bought, they fucking made the buy now button be on Xbox.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Fuck them.
This is insane.
This shit pissed me the fuck off when I saw this. You literally switch the button prompts to try to bait people into buying your fucking shit.
Yes.
Suck my dick, bitch.
Now
that pissed me the fuck off.
And I will preface this, out of all I'm going to shit on about Mortal Kombat today, this is the only one I couldn't confirm, and I tried to, and I really just didn't want to install the fucking 200 gigs or whatever for Mortal Kombat 1 to see if I would get it myself again. But there was a lot of people in the comments saying, yeah, I fucking almost bought it accidentally, but luckily Xbox makes it so that it gives you an "are you sure" after, like, baked into the Xbox. But pretty much 2 clicks and you would have bought it. So if this is true, this is insane. This is a screenshot here.
Now, the only thing that makes me hesitate, but then also just modern gaming is actually this fucking garbage. If you look at the graphic design on this page, it's pretty fucking bad. Like, the A button is way too close to the text for continue, right? And the buy now is bigger, which, I mean, they would subtly make that bigger, right? So your eyes would go to it.
Yes.
But, like, they just didn't do a good job at, like, designing this graphic design-wise. So that's the only thing that makes me think it could be fake, but it's realistic enough looking.
Yeah.
And it's totally within their practices. Look at what Warner Brothers has done with other shit, with Hogwarts Legacy, advertising other games while you're playing. It's like, buy this game instead. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Literally getting, they have had updates to Warner Brothers games before, like big, like 60 gigabyte updates just for ads for their other games. So this is 100% believable. And I think, you know, this is one of the reasons I'm talking about it, because this is kind of where our standards have fallen to, or this is rather where our expectations have gone to. And you're going to see this as the story unravels. Our expectations and our perceptions on these companies have fallen so low. We think so low of these companies that this is believable. So whether or not this is real, we can look at this and be like, you have to second glance. Whereas with, you know, 10 years ago, with a company that we actually loved and trusted, you'd be like, no way, that's fucking bullshit. There's absolutely no way. But Warner Brothers, and in turn NetherRealm, owned by Warner Brothers, who have done Injustice, Mortal Kombat, you see this and you're like, oh yeah, they totally would do that if they could get away with it. So the question is more, did they actually pull this stunt?
The thing is, you can get away with it. I don't see how that would be considered illegal, because you're just doing a button prompt. So it's just scummy. I don't think it's like illegal necessarily. It'd be illegal if you press it once and then it buys it for you, but there is an "Are you sure?" according to people reporting on it, right? So
Yeah, and so like the comments were really interesting. As you can see, I had 700 views and nobody actually confirming one way or another on the if it's real or not. But this person said, "I remember this being illegal in the EU." Richard here says, "Does that automatically finish the transaction?" I think I remember it was in Diablo 4, of course, Blizzard, another company that would totally pull this tactic, that people were scammed this way into getting some passes. And Fish here says, Fish Boy Mike, pretty sure it does because I accidentally clicked it and my passcode came up, and it comes up after I click buy on something to finish the transaction. So this person here is claiming that this is what happened, but it requires a 2-click afterwards. So this is the in-game prompt, but then after it transitions you over to the Xbox to effectively do like an "Are you sure?" This person is claiming this is how they scammed me into buying Aftermath, which was the previous game's expansion pack. Thank God you have to confirm it again. Let's not get mad at NetherRealm Studios for this one. This is the work of WB. I don't know. Let's find out. I think it's kind of both.
I don't know. I think they're both shit. Also,
Yeah.
I just want to read Uncle's comment because I think it's very relevant. He said, "What if you press B and then go, oh shit, and immediately press A accidentally pressing yes on Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Because sometimes your brain will delay and be like, "Oh fuck, I meant the other thing," and then you might actually accept this if there's only like a 2-click to it. So
Yeah.
good point, Uncle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here it says, literally, I almost accidentally bought it, especially if you use the Pro controller on the Switch. Yeah, that's going to get even more confusing. So, yeah, there you go. It's totally believable.
So here's an interesting. So this game is on the Switch as well, isn't it?
Yes. Just barely,
I wonder
but
if
yes.
I wonder if they reverse the buttons on there. Because the buttons are reversed already on the Switch, and that fucks with me. Going from an Xbox controller to a Switch controller honestly breaks my brain sometimes if I do it too quickly, because it's like, you've literally reversed the fucking buttons.
That's insane.
I'm curious if they actually reverse, but I don't even know if they're smart enough to fucking do that, so who knows?
This is our current reality. So anyway, that's the problem. So anyway, all I've really covered is this little part. I cannot confirm nor deny it. This isn't even the meat of the content. I just wanted to tack this on as a just in case. I can't confirm this. What am I if not an ethical journalist? So I just wanted to mention that. So let's get into the meat of the issue, which is Cyrax. Cyrax, my responses to Cyrax, and the internet responding to me responding to Cyrax. So we go over here to Ed Boon tweeting. And of course, Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat. And this was already announced that they were not racially, rather. Cyrax was already black, but gender swapping Cyrax and Sector, and Cyrax is the first character to come out in the pack. Ed Boon tweets, "Spinning blades, sticky bombs, follow bombs, pop-up bombs, and nets on Thursday, August 15th. We will be releasing the first Cyrax gameplay and story trailer for Mortal Kombat 1 Chaos Reigns." And I just said, LMFAO, that's not Cyrax. To which I got a heaping fuck ton of hate. I give a lot of takes on Twitter. I give a lot of spicy takes on Twitter, especially in terms of video games. And my God, the reaction to this, yes, I did make it a story. So let's look at it. So I said, that's not Cyrax, which, in my opinion, is objectively true. And then here, we just go down and we got a flood. Of course, we got the Smooster in here backing me up. Smoo is always a brother backing me up here.
Smoo-woo.
But I can't even read all these comments, but I will say them. I'll post them on screen, of course, here. It is deal with it. It's a reboot, which means new rules, new interpretations. She's Cyrax. Get over it. It clearly says Cyrax. Correct, it's Fembrax, and we got Femtor too. This sucks. It seriously is not. In Liu Kang's world, that is Cyrax. And why is her name Cyrax? Go cry about it. Professor Savage Dad saying, did they start letting Netflix make the games? You're not far off. And then, yeah, just a whole lot of people that are really mad. This guy had multiple tweets about me. This guy right here saying, shut the fuck up. So we're going to go over and look at some of these replies. Here's someone that did agree with me, however. I liked this take over from Gween Dasty78 saying, she, Cyrax, is just a teen with a Disney movie helmet. MK1 design choices are by far the worst in the series. Laziness, lack of talent, sweet baby ink demand. I really do not know what is behind this awful decision. This is what Cyrax looked in the previous games. This is what Cyrax looked like Here's what Cyrax looks like now. My fucking God. My fucking God. Put 2 and 2 together. And of course, this guy as well. Getting a lot of people here. Some of them agreeing, though. I'm not going to lie. And then we're going to go over to the next comment here. And now I'm tying this all together to at Reign of Pride's tweet here. Reign of Pride had this tweet that went viral the other day, and I kind of passed it around the internet. Prideful Sin said, the fact that Mortal Kombat girls used to look like this is still insane to me. And I quote tweeted this and said, while Ed Boon turns all your favorite characters into ugly women, don't let him forget that the peak is still Mortal Kombat 9, and it'll never be topped as long as modern game design is forced in. And Joshua Michael French in here saying, I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Fuck yeah, man. But look at this. Look at this. This is how the women... Don't let anything deceive you. This is actually how the women used to look in Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9 came out in what? I think 2011. And look at what they look like now. It is absolutely fucking insane. This is genuinely what the characters looked like versus now. I think the Melina is like a fan model, but the Katana is literally the in-game model, which is just crazy. So this one especially pissed me off, and I had to just go off on this one. Christina Cage, who she question mark, I will maybe, I'll put an asterisk on that. I'm not really sure. But she question mark was all up in my mentions saying, your opinion matters just as much as Ed freaking Boon's eye roll. And I thought about that. I thought about that for a second. And I realized, and I said to her, actually, my opinion matters more than Ed Boon's. And think about this. Follow me with this thought here. I said, since I'm a former fan and customer of Mortal Kombat games, but after all these terrible decisions, I now spend my money elsewhere. So I don't care who the creator is. I don't care if you're John Romero. I don't care who you are. Ed Boon, it doesn't matter. But whose opinion matters more than the creators? It's the fans. It's the gamers. At the end of the day, it's the customers. So her opinion, her tweet to me really made me think. And I was like, it does. My opinion does matter more. And so does your opinion. And all of your opinions matter more. And I just don't want you people to forget that your buying power is absolutely real. And all these people will flood your fucking mentions and call you crazy and insane and try to bully you off the internet like you're the crazy one, you're the one in the wrong. But you're not. We all feel this way. We can all tell our video games are getting worse and our women are getting uglier in them. Just remember that ultimately you have the power in your wallet. So yes, your opinion literally does matter more than the creator. Of course, she came at me after that being like, do yourself a favor and look up who Ed Boon is, as if I don't know who Ed Boon is. Of course I do. I know who Ed Boon is. She just didn't get what I was fucking saying there. So it doesn't even end there, folks. Ed Boon tweeted yesterday asking for opinions on the upcoming content in the game. I didn't even care about that. I just took the Prideful Sin tweet. I quoted it. And I said, personally, I would like good character design to make a comeback instead. Now, this got almost 20,000 views, 18,000, and woo, my God, this one set people fucking off. So, this was the majority of the comments. Good character design, and it's just women in lewd outfits. So good design, it's half-naked women. Please, man, find a job. Don't bring your garbage here. These are far from good. Naked women. Brah, good character design? That's just fancy swimwear. I would rather a well-designed and intricate outfit than compared to this. Gooner alert, that's horrible character design.
That literally is a well-designed and intricate outfit. What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah. It's just floods. Just floods of these comments.
Fuck, man.
You just want to jack off virgin. Go watch porn like a normal person, which may be the most fucked up comment that I got, and I got it on repeated times, as if saying I want attractive women and beauty in games is the equivalent of me going and watching porn. Saying it's just rage bait, which is not true because, I'm actually a fucking Mortal Kombat fan forever. So I looked at all these comments. I looked at all these, and I was just like, is the world crazy? Is it insane? So I took this tweet and I said, I refuse to believe that real humans with souls dislike peak Mortal Kombat design. What is the word for those that hate beauty? And like I said, I took some of the screenshots. What's funny is Lord Slosh literally thought it was Kay that posted this, which he found funny. It was me, but Kay's opinion probably doesn't stray too far from mine as a DOA fan.
I have the same opinion. I just let you deal with Mortal Kombat, and I deal with DOA and Soul
Yes.
Calibur.
But it's so strange to me that maybe if these were, old harpy women or something that were breathing down my neck, maybe it'd be believable and all the jealousy. But I'm talking so many comments, so many comments, and it's literally the demand to make women uglier and unattractive when the women that I'm posting are not subjectively beautiful, they are objectively beautiful. And so where have we gone in a society where these people all want their women to be unattractive and be ugly? Because ultimately, Mortal Kombat is art, and this is a piece of our fiction and history, and you're wanting to just break it down and destroy it. I swear there's a word for it. It's on the tip of my tongue. But for me personally, I am always going to hold beauty as a high pillar of society. And I think that means it's a good society. So I'm just saying, it's really quite odd, and it's really weird that all these people are revolting and backlashing at me and getting so angry when I'm just saying, hey, when the technology was worse, you made the femininity more beautiful. What fucking changed? They should be even better looking now, not worse than over 15 years ago. What's going on, big guy? So I said to the original poster of this image that I was throwing around the internet, I said, the only way we go back to this is by stopping to give them money. Mortal Kombat 9 is the peak of the series, and it has been worse in every single way since, but especially noticeable across the board with the hideous character design. And I liked this comment saying, organic Oni, because it wasn't all hate. There was people in there that were like, what the fuck is going on? Why are you getting so much hate? This is a common sense opinion. This person said, can't believe so many replies are saying these are bad. That animal fucker really brought the worst into MK. And this person said facts. Because here's the thing, folks. You can see it behind K's head. That's my collection of Mortal Kombat games that I've had since I was a kid. Super Nintendo, one of the first systems I ever had, I got Mortal Kombat 3 on. That's where I fell in love with this series. Mortal Kombat has always been about pushing the envelope in terms of violence, but also in terms of sexy. It's M-rated in every fucking capacity, and the women were always hot, the men were always good looking, and the violence was always top-notch, and it was just super offensive and vulgar and sexy in every single way. So why is it now that ever since Mortal Kombat 9, they push the violence and they push the violence and they push the violence? And I'm fine with that, but they've really pushed the violence to the point where it is removed of all comedic tones when that was a factor of it, was the comedy. There was a silliness to the Mortal Kombat violence, and now it's like bordering on like the Hostel movies. It's like fucking Eli Roth up in here, and it's like, this doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat. Like, I don't want the fatalities to make me go like, I'm depressed now. Like, what the fuck? They're supposed to be like funny. Like, I was showing Kay Mortal Kombat Deception, and I was fighting the AI, and then suddenly the AI just was like, fuck it, and broke its own neck, and she was like, what happened? And I'm like, yeah, only in Deception, you can literally say as a fuck you fatality, you can commit suicide. Just, fuck you, you don't get a fatality, bah! And it's fucking hilarious.
It was such a good in-game troll to me, because it's like, you always want to land that fatality, and the game gives you the ability to just be like, fuck you, I'm just offing myself.
Yeah. And it was amazing. So here I took one of the comments here. Yes, sexualizing women equals good design, to which I say yes. And I could have done this for a billion different comments. So I like what this person said, this person that was agreeing with me. I thought this was quite interesting. Thank you, Ed Boon, for subjecting your fans to this type of shit. We just wanted to have our favorite characters, dude. Instead, now we're getting gaslit and called women haters and transphobes because of how we feel. Think about that for a second. What a stupid thing to do to your fans. And with this other comment that I brought up, this is referencing like the top Mortal Kombat like esports fighter who's like a furry. That's why they're saying animal fucker, because he's some gay furry guy, and I guess he's got a fan base, and so his fan base carried over into Mortal Kombat. But it is quite weird, because you'd expect the Mortal Kombat demographic to be like, you know, maybe males between the ages of like 35 to 50 at this age, I would say, and they all go to Hooters, they all drink beer, they all like sexy women, and they also like a little bit of comical violence, right? If you think of like the men that would have laughed at American Pie and the 40-Year-Old Virgin and movies like that, you would think that is a demographic that is aged with Mortal Kombat. But now we're getting this strange new like Zoomer fandom that has not played those games, or rather pretend they don't exist, or looks at them with shame. And so what I feel with this guy, Eclectic, is that he is an old head like me. He's one of the OGs, and he's looking around at this and he's just like, what the fuck has happened to Mortal Kombat, where I can't say, where's Sonya Blade, where's the sexy, where's Katana, where's Jade, where's Nitara? Oh, it's voiced by Megan Fox now and it's awful. So I think there's a lot of us old Mortal Kombat fans that are just like, what the fuck is going on? Because it is insane. So here we go. Here's another comment from Postal Dude that I agreed with, saying, woke shitheads in the comments trying to defend this terrible decision are funny as fuck. They made a chick in a Bionicle suit out of a cool cyborg boy. Holy fuck, I'm afraid of what we'll see in Mortal Kombat 2, knowing that WB Games is gonna get worse. And to which I kind of said, you know what? I was there, man, because, again, I'm a lifelong Mortal Kombat fan. I remember when Midway shut down, right? Think about that. This is around the original Xbox transitioning into the 360 era. I was there when Midway shut down, and I was so worried. And I was maybe, I want to say like 13-ish or something. I was like, man, I loved Midway. So many of my favorite games. But really, it was Mortal Kombat. And I was like, we may never get a Mortal Kombat again. MK versus DC might be the last Mortal Kombat game ever. Maybe I'm in the wrong, folks. I've told you guys how I feel about Cyrax, and the internet at large has really gone against me. Let's watch the trailer together. Kay, you haven't seen this, so pull it up on your end. And we're going to see, am I in the wrong here? Am I overreacting? Should I be happy that Cyrax, this one badass motherfucker, is now a woman? Let's take a look. Maybe I'm overreacting here. Let's see right now. Let me just turn this up. Get your popcorn ready. Of course, I got to bring it up on screen here and enjoy.
Where are you?
Over here.
Fighting your foe unseen, attacking from a distance. There are rules.
We have found Kuai Liang and his Shirai Ryu. They gather at the Wuxi for his wedding.
Attack his wedding. We may win the battle, but find we lose the war. No one will respect us.
Better to be feared than respected.
Oh, hell no. We are not doing the Red Wedding.
What?
Season 3, Episode 9.
How long have we known each other? That you could ever believe
You vanished without explanation. The hand my Grand Master gave me one.
You blame me for your actions?
I was wrong, thinking you worthy of that armor. You are my instructor and my commander. Don't confuse that with being my superior. My speed and skill are beyond you.
Finish him.
So, okay, when I say after everything I've seen in Mortal Kombat 1, I kind of wish it was the case that Mortal Kombat died with Midway. Am I overreacting? What do you think?
First of all, why did they cast Kendra from Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Cyrax? Okay. I expected Wakanda Forever like 5 seconds later because it just reminds me of that. And then this is a weird nitpick, and I don't know if this is just like a coincidence or what, but you notice that they have like a yellow and a red person standing next to each other, and they've got very Marvel cut kind of cinematics. And what's popular right now, Deadpool and Wolverine, to the point where Heinz did a ketchup and mustard advertisement, and just seeing the red and yellow next to each other was like a successful ad for them.
That's interesting.
It's just weird timing for me that like Deadpool Wolverine is getting like, and it's warranted. Deadpool Wolverine was great. I won't spoil it still.
That is interesting. I will say Cyrax and Sector
made that association.
have been, they were literally codenamed Ketchup and Mustard originally.
Right. Yeah, no. But I just take it as like interesting time to release the trailer. Like they have those assets regardless. I'm not saying they made that because of Deadpool Wolverine, but I'm just saying it's interesting that everyone's in this buzz of Deadpool Wolverine, and then those are the characters that they're showing right now. So that's just a weird little nitpick. Yeah, this is fucking shit, man. And honestly, this is probably some of the least violent Mortal Kombat I've seen. Like, yeah, they did show some like skull crushing and stuff like that. But for me personally, I couldn't like fully handle Mortal Kombat before. And it's not that I don't like, I appreciate Mortal Kombat for what it is, but you know how like I kind of get with some of it sometimes. I'm like, oh, this is a little excessive for me.
Yeah.
That's like nothing compared to what I've seen in the past of Mortal Kombat.
I like what Dude said. To be honest, female Cyrax and Sector would have worked if they're new characters like Frost and Shiva. I unapologetically love Frost and Shiva. I have always loved Frost. Frost did have detractors back in the day. I was not one of them because it was like, yeah, we got a female Sub-Zero. You don't have to change an existing character. The Lin Kuei was like the ice ninjas, therefore it is totally logical that one of them will be a woman and you can make that a character. And then the Shokan or whatever, it makes sense to do a female Goro because it's of their race. So you could have just done, and they have a female ninja, they have Chameleon, they could have just brought in Chameleon with a K, which is the amalgamation of all the characters combined, which I think they've even done in the previous ones. But, like, why not bring Chameleon back in? Or a new character, like you said. But Mortal Kombat has been on this kick of subverting and destroying everything with this one, and of course, this is no exception. So, yes, I find this character utterly repulsive, and I hate to say it, but as I say it here, why would I buy a new character if they are genuinely uncomfortable to look at and to listen to? And I mean that. This character, you said Kendra from Buffy, because that's what you know. I find this type of accent absolutely obnoxious, and you're expecting me to shill out a fuck ton of money so that I can hear this character forever and ever and ever? No, thank you. I don't think so. Also, I find the character model when they're bionicled out to be absolutely ugly. But this reminded me of what I hated about Hogwarts Legacy. Your fucking best friend. I don't even remember her name, but I found her insufferable. It was your African girl school partner, and I loved Sebastian. There's parts of Hogwarts Legacy I loved. Sebastian, who was the other companion, he was a morally gray character. He was effectively like Anakin in Harry Potter. It was fucking great. But then you had the other one that was the African girl, and she can do no wrong, and she's getting revenge against the evil poachers for her dad, and she speaks like this the entire time, and it was like cheese grating my fucking ear like a Mick Foley or something. It was terrible. So this is my last response, which got even more hate, and I did this today. I said, why would I buy a character if it's genuinely uncomfortable to look at and listen to? And whoo, lordy, the comments I got here. Then don't and shut the fuck up. This person being like, you should have kept your inner thought in your head. People about to cook you, like I fucking care. Bring the heat, motherfucker. But it was a lot of these comments. Just say you hate black people and move on. You don't like black people. Hard. Don't buy it as someone forcing you. Who the fuck gets uncomfortable due to that? If Cyrax and Sector make you uncomfortable, you have issues. Your incel side is showing. So it's either I hate them because they're a woman or they're black or both, and totally ignoring the fact that Cyrax was always a black guy. Of course, in the old game, Cyrax was just Cyrax, but in Mortal Kombat 9, when you flesh out his character, it's shown that Cyrax is a black guy, and I was just like, oh, okay. It had no bearing on anything, because it was just like, we didn't know. We didn't fucking know, so it's like, okay, Mortal Kombat 9 is cool because it shows Cyrax as a ninja, and he gets turned into a cyborg, and it's like, that's fucking great. So we get to see Cyrax during the events of Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. He happens to be black. I did not bat a fucking eye. And then just turns into a cyborg because his debut is Mortal Kombat 3. So by the end of the game, he turns into a cyborg. And it's like, this is cool. You get to see the backstory and everything. Change fucking nothing of the character. But then it's established that he's a black guy, not a black girl. But of course, everybody in the comments is going at me on a racial thing when I didn't bring up race. I'm just saying that this particular character is insufferable
obnoxious.
To look at. Yeah.
It's repulsive and obnoxious. That's the problem. It's not even about anything else.
And the thing is, they're not really proving me wrong, are they? It's just amazing to me, because I say these kind of comments all the time. I comment about, you know, The Boys and how shit the new season is. I comment on all these shitty games saying it looks like shit and all this stuff. But it's really interesting that I get all these really loud, aggressive comments on this one. Just me saying, I am a Mortal Kombat fan and I don't want this, and it's a flood. And it's like, none of you are really convincing me the other way. You're really just making me way more hardline and aggressive in my opinions. No one is saying like, well, look, maybe this or this. They're like, no one is doing anything. They're not even denying of what I'm saying is incorrect. They're just saying, shut up, you're racist, leave. So I'm just wanted to point that out there. Another comment on it. I just once again did the Cyrax, and then a lot of people once again got mad. This person is constantly been in my feed. But I want to end this on this thing right here. This is the comment that I really want to end it on. So that is it for the Mortal Kombat stuff. I think I've made my opinions clear on this.